Oh, this is gonna suck. Welcome to another Remember This commentary. This time on My Little Pony Newborn Cuties. Now, this is regarded to be the worst thing that come out of MLP ever. Like, I haven't watched every single My Little Pony related thing ever. I watched the entirety of My Little Pony Tales, which is what's showing right now. Which it's an alright series, but you could do better. And then there's this generation, which is odd because they go with this animation at first, but they later switch to something else completely. About like halfway into it, and it's I'd rather not think about it. My sentiments exactly. And with this apparently is supposed to be like the rock bottom of all of MLP. Now I know there's a live stage show which is supposed to be as bad if not even worse, but I have yet to find a reliable copy of it to get footage off of. So maybe I'll talk about that in some time, and maybe I'll talk about more MLP stuff in the future. Who knows? I have a lot of stuff that I've been scripting, and I never understood why the cutie marks would be on the diapers. That just seemed weird to me. I mean, I guess they're stylized specifically for her, but still. Oh my goodness. Some of these reactions, by the way, in this episode was completely unscripted. Like what I do, I usually have a TV. Like when I need to get a actual reaction out of something, I will actually have a TV playing off screen to show what I am reacting to. And for this, it's what do you say about this? Like this is almost like bare bones. Like even for a children's cartoon, this is just bare bones and ugh. Like it looks kind of adorable, but when you sit through it, it's just like it's kind of like those middle school plays that no matter how bad it is, you don't want to say anything about it just to not hurt their feelings at all. This is what this is kind of like when something is bad, but you just feel awkward to say anything about it. In this bit, I meant to just say a noun. I don't know what was going on. It seemed fine to me when I was making the episode, and then after a while, I was like, "Oh, I completely messed that up." And yeah, there was not much to say about one episode or the other, so that's why I combined both of them into this. Um, Animated Atrocities did a really. I don't know if you ever watched Mr. Ender. Definitely watch that. That's also a really good video talking about this. And I would dare say it's better than mine. So there was actually a really subliminal message right there. Rainbow Dash always dresses in style, which is part of the Generation 3 theme song. And this seems like to be the laziest bit of animation ever because there is it looks like there should be sound effects in places where there's no sound effects at all, like a puddle in thunder. And considering that they could all speak, I mean, like, considering that they all can speak, it makes you wonder why they didn't animate their mouths for this one, too. Which, and apparently, two rainbows causes life, you know. Forget the birds and the bees, it's the, when the two rainbows touch, they create ponies. It's how that one was born, apparently. And I, it's like, I know some people have problems with Rainbow Dash and the current generation of MLP, but I think she's pretty wretched here. Like with what she says. Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look at that scan line to the right. That's like really bad. And with this bit here, I really felt like all. I felt like they were all voiced by the same lady. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised. And during this scene here, what I originally had in mind was I was going to, wince in terror while some ominous music plays. I could still do that for a later episode of something else. Who knows? And they couldn't animate. They couldn't voice her sneezing. Seriously, that just. I actually think I almost went nuts making this episode because I had to watch this several times. Like even trying to make a script, I don't think I made a script with this episode. I think this was. I was like, forget what I said earlier. I think this might have been a completely unscripted episode altogether. And I was just watching each of the episodes and just talking about what I remembered from it. Which I feel like I should do some more episodes kind of like that as long as they sound good. Like, there is. Oh my goodness, that message right there. There was another episode a couple of well, there's a couple of episodes I'm planning to do this year, which will be more of a reaction kind of video. And I'm not going to spoil what it is, but hopefully once it happens, you guys will be somewhat pleased or entertained at the cost of my sanity. Because this apparently has a this episode apparently of Remember This apparently has a really good reputation. But then again, a lot of people consider that a thing. And this is something in hindsight. I actually don't consider the Equestria Goals movies to be bad by any means. But Romeo Sealed with a Kiss is pretty terrible. And maybe that'll be a future Remember This episode. Who knows? But and I did do a video on that. And that was my first anime review ever. But that's for another day to talk about. And oh my goodness. I actually advertised my Patreon account. Wow. What a wow, 3 videos. 3 videos here. And I actually kind of like the card system, which made me not have to do that anymore. And in the suggested video, there is Mysterious Mr. Enter. Definitely go watch him. He has a definitely better MLP related stuff. Especially with animated atrocities. Channel plug. Channel plug. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this commentary, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.